Hello EFD squad and welcome to our Women's World Cup preview. The tournament kicks off this Friday with host nations France squaring off against South Korea. We're going to be looking at teams to watch, players to watch and a breakdown of the England national team. I'm joined by the one and only Zach Jalab.
Bonjour.
How are you this morning, sir? Good.
Not too bad.
On theme there.
Indeed.
It's in
Indeed.
France. Do you get why I did that? Let's do some more scene setting. Give me some more colour like that, Zach.
I will. Now, the USA are the current world champions, but actually go into the competition as second favourites behind France. If France win, it will be the first time in history that the same nation would be both the men's and women's World Cup champions. Now, France are also on good form too, winning 6 of their 7 games this year. That includes an impressive 3-1 win over the United States back in January. Now, once again, 2019 Ballon d'Or winner Ada Hegerberg will once again be absent from the Norwegian national team as she continues her boycott against unequal national team pay, as well as the apparent unprofessionalism in her country's setup. Now, she'll be a huge miss in this competition. It's like Lionel Messi missing the World Cup. She scored a whopping 130 goals in 105 games for Lyon, and that includes a 16-minute hat-trick in this year's Champions League final against Barcelona. Jesus. Brazil also come into the competition on the back of winning the 2018 Copa America Femina, winning all 7 games while scoring 31 goals and conceding just twice in the process.
Why do all South American tournaments sound so much better? The
Copa,
Femenina,
Copa
the
America.
Libertadores.
It just rolls with the tongue better.
It does.
It's for the rolling of the R's. It's
So
fantastic. Now, Brazil will be bringing the infamous Marta with them in their squad. She's regarded as the best female player of all time, and at the age of 33, it's assumed it will be her last chance to win the World Cup. But Hamel, tell me about 3 other teams that the team people should keep an eye on.
Infamous, probably infamous to every other side who have
Yeah.
to face her. She's an ominous presence, isn't she? She is so good. I'm going to talk about Germany, Netherlands and Australia. They're 3 teams you should definitely make time to watch over the course of this tournament. The Netherlands have the most lethal front 4 in the world right now. So Lyon's Senice van der Sanden, Barcelona's Lieke Martins and Arsenal's Van der Donk and Midema. They have a combined 51 goals in 81 games in their respective leagues this season. So coming into this tournament on the back of very, very good form. I think that's underplaying it slightly. Germany and Australia also very heavily weighted in attack. So I would say expect high scoring games from both teams, especially as Australia have Sam Kerr up front, who has scored 12 international goals since 2018 and has 79 goals in the last 83 club appearances. However, the Matildas, and you know, that was my favourite film when I was 8 years old.
I can see why.
On my way. Danny DeVito, shout out. The Matildas have also conceded 8 goals to the USA and the Netherlands in their last 2 games. So, like we said, a very good attack, but a little bit porous at the back. So they'll be entertaining to watch for sure. Germany are twice winners of the competition, but have stuttered in the last couple of editions. So they've failed to get to the final, as if that's a thing, you know, being judged by how many finals you get to. In the last 2 World Cups, reaching the semi-final in 2015 and getting knocked out in the quarters 4 years prior. And they'll likely be leaning on their midfield maestro Zenefar Morazan, absolutely killing it on the international stage. 30 goals in 92 games, despite being the one they rely on to sort of dictate the tempo. She's the playmaker in every sense in that side. Right, we've had a look at some people that might be crucial to their team's overall efforts. Let's navigate towards Golden Ball. The top brass, 3 favourites. Let's profile them now.
Yes, we start with France's number 9, Eugénie Le Sommer, who is definitely one to watch this summer. She's just won her 6th Champions League title with Lyon, and she scored 21 in 28 in all competitions so far this season. Le Sommer currently has 74 goals in 159 caps for Les Bleus and needs just 8 more to overtake Marinette Pichon as the country's best ever goal scorer. But our next player is one, arguably the next most famous person in the women's game apart from Marta. It's USA's 29-year-old striker, Alex Morgan. She won the Golden Boot at the 2018 CONCACAF Championship, scoring a tournament record of 7 goals to help the USA qualify for this year's World Cup. She's recently scored her 100th goal for her country this year, becoming the 3rd youngest player and the 4th fastest to reach that milestone. Fair play to her. But who's our 3rd player, Hamel?
Yeah, I'm going to touch upon someone that I mentioned in the first section, but I thought she was worth a closer look, mate. It's the Netherlands' Vivianne Miedema. Now, the 22-year-old joined Arsenal in 2017 after 3 very successful seasons at Bayern Munich, where she averaged 0.6 goals a game. However, her first season in the WSL was relatively quiet in comparison. Slight adjustment period, but she quickly got over it. So she went from 3 and 11 to scoring 22 goals and getting 10 assists in just 20 games this season. So making short work of it in her second season. Unsurprisingly, that is a record for goals in a single WSL campaign. She scored 4 goals on the way to the Netherlands Euro 2017 triumph. So this form translated onto the international scene. She got 1 in the quarterfinals, 1 in the semi-final, and 2 in the final. So a big game player, it is safe to say. Fun fact, made her professional debut aged 15 for Heerenveen.
She's already been going for 7 years. At 15, I was like down the skate park.
The skate park?
Yeah.
Trying to drop in off the half pipe on a BMX.
I mean, yeah.
Busting my chin.
Moving on to my favourites, like I did last year, and who I think will win the World Cup, the England national
My
team.
favourite is England.
Yeah, because, that's where I was born. Anyway, England are fully expected to reach at least the semi-finals after beating Norway and Canada to reach the semis back in 2015, before being cruelly knocked out by a 92nd minute own goal against Japan. In the run-up to the tournament, Phil Neville has been trying to incorporate Barcelona's Tony Duggan and Lyon-bound Nikita Parris by moving them onto the wings, but neither of them have played there for their respective clubs in over a year.
Tony Duggan.
And it shows.
Stat Wars legend.
Oh yeah, you're still ruining that day, aren't you?
Yeah, well, good trivia, but ultimately I got it wrong, didn't I? So
Indeed.
I do have a bone to pick with Tony Duggan.
It's fantastic.
For no fault of her own.
Anyway, they most recently played wide in a 4-2-3-1 against 19th world-ranked New Zealand and lost 1-0. England are ranked 3rd and New Zealand have never won a World Cup game in 12 attempts. Barring that freak result, England qualified unbeaten with 7 wins and 1 draw in their group consisting of Wales, Russia, Bosnia and Herzegovina. I hope I got that right. And Kazakhstan. I mean, the pronunciation on that one probably wasn't the best. But any other England players you think we should look at?
Yeah, there's a few selection headaches in there, isn't there? Owing to the club form of people like Beth Mead and Georgia Stanway, who represent Arsenal and Manchester City respectively. They're pretty much fan favourites, and it would be a real shame to see them on the bench in the opening exchanges of this World Cup. Now, Beth Mead is joint top goal scorer in Neville's first 19 games with 5, so she's joint with Jill Scott, in fact. Georgia Stanway has been killing it for Manchester City, so won PFA Young Player of the Season, and she scored 15 in 30 from that wide position, so hopefully that can translate into form for England. It's not only the attack, though, where there is selection problems. Phil Neville doesn't seem to know his best defence either. He's played a different back 4 in his last 16 games.
I mean,
16.
That's a bit mental.
Consistently inconsistent there. Regardless of those kind of more granular details, let's say, Neville did guide England to the She Believes Cup in March. Drawing 2-2 with the USA and beating Japan and Brazil. So went up against teams with a very high pedigree in that tournament and came out victors. So hopefully that momentum can continue. But who are you backing, Jella? Because we've got the USA, England, the Netherlands and France as the favourites. Give me your backing and I'll do mine and we'll throw it to a poll and then we're out.
I'm believing in England. I'm believing in England. It's coming home.
He believes.
Indeed, I do believe it's going to come home finally. We just got it wrong last year. It's this year is what we meant.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see England win it, of course. The last couple of games I've watched did involve the Netherlands, I've got to say. But I really enjoyed their attacking play, really enjoyed the philosophy. So would like to see them do well, but ultimately, yeah, let's have it, England. Who do you think is going to win the Women's World Cup for 2019? Let us know in the poll just above. And that is about your lot for today. What else is going on Euro Football Daily, Jello?
There are top 10s. There's Stat Wars, the champions, the final. It's happened. Patrick Van Straten versus Michael McCubbin is also going live. Get ready. It's a whopper. In fact, I put
whopper?
I put 10 quid on Pato to win. So
Yeah.
he
With
better.
odds of 1 to 10.
I'd say that.
Gets a pound back.